Welcome back, JaffaArchfiend here with the second raid in the Pandaemonium series in Anabaseios, here in Final Fantasy XIV, patch 6.4. Pandaemonium Awakens. Oh god. Labyrinthos is eyeing the frightened researchers with a mix of curiosity and derision. Why your companions hesitate to approach? We may be unusual visitors, but time is of the essence. Bring them here. Ah, well, Labyrinthos, baby! Buddy, you have a bit of a, let's say, reputation here in our timeline. Although you may yet be confluent in memory, it is an honor to meet the personages that I've only read in Jaffa's reports. As a researcher, this is beyond exciting, but I admit no small measure of fear as well. I know what you mean. I can scarcely stop my legs from shaking. We're powerless to do aught but speak. That's not the reason why you should be afraid. It's my life I fear for. I only fear that I may not have the chance to ask you all the questions now burning a hole in my mind. We stand before two of the ancients, who hold priceless knowledge beyond the ken of any of our peers. But what purpose does fear serve if not to be confronted and conquered? To that end, we shall share with you our records, and perhaps together we can find the thread which will lead us safely out of this conundrum. Information shall be our most precious resource, for that is the only weapon we can wield in these forms. Our memories are at your complete disposal. You are far more reasonable than your, Asian self. We can start with Athena, whose thirst for discovery would see all life consumed. Her desires haven't changed. Still, she seeks to transcend her mortal existence so she might unravel the mysteries of life. She would become a god. A nebulous concept, but Athena had her own ideas on what a divinity entailed. In her mind, a god can create souls at will. Thus she chose the underworld, or the ethereal sea as it is known in this age, as the staging ground for her final experiments. Here lies a practically bottomless will of ether. Even if it means stemming the flow of life itself, she intends to continue her work. She thinks of nothing else. We caught a glimpse of Athena as we came into this world. Her smile, her voice, they were just as I remember. Without even realizing it, I find myself feeling an affection for her. I mean, that's fair, she is your mother. Even if she used you as an experiment. Don't look at me like I've gone mad. I'm not asking you to join her side. I know the true Ericthonius would never want that. These emotions remain, in memory if nowhere else. We shall remain here to compile what information we can. You must infiltrate Pandaemonium and seek out Athena. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. I would ask you leave the memory crystal with us. It may hold secrets which have yet to be unveiled. Got it. Just don't all go uber dark side on me again, please. Once was bad enough. All that's left is cross that menacing threshold. Shall we take a closer look? I have one question for you. Does the word Auracite mean aught to you? Auracite? Why yes, there are a few records of existence. It mainly makes appearances in the Legends of Evilis, and in tales concerning the Asian in tales concerning an entity known as an Asian. This personage is associated with black Auracite known as the Heart of Sabik, a source of considerable power. I see. So time has not buried it. Nope! Although, why do you know about Auracite? Why are we missing... Well, I feel like we're missing a piece of the puzzle here. To wit, most Auracite that we know of... Auracite originally came from the High Seraph's Ultima, by all accounts, who we dealt with back in Stormblood. And we have since been using our own, manufactured versions of Auracite as the crystals with which we, beat up Asians to contain them and then blow them up. From the outside, Pandaemonium looks no different than it does in the past. However, there's no guarantee the inside will be familiar. You would do well to secure the area near the entrance first. Once it's been cleared of threats, Labyrinthos and I can approach, and we shall begin our exploration of the interior. The portal should convey you to Pandaemonium's gates. I hardly need to tell you to keep your weapon at the ready. No, indeed not. Let's see what we've got going on here then, shall we? Oh, we're in the instance known as Demon's Nest now. Okay. Just that caused that little clip there. Oh boy. I knew you would come. Famous! I never lost life that we'd meet again. I told you as much, did I not? Heh! I understand you may be confused. I was too at first. You see, I am not the true Themis. I was made by Athena, molded from one of the many souls at her disposal. I'm only an illusion built from memory, no more real than Labyrinthos or Erchthonius. Even so, I believe a grasp on the situation. This is the distant future. Oh, I so want to take this version of Themis and take him to the first and have him chat with the... A future where Athena lives once more, although the means of her rebirth are yet beyond me. You are here to stop her. Have I the right of it so far? Yep. Very good. I'd be disappointed if you did not rise to her challenge. Although I am sorry to say I cannot aid you. My creator has tampered with my essence, and I'm oddly inclined to act in her interests. Oh, at least he realizes it's odd. I can do not but offer you words of warning. We will fight, and it cannot be avoided. Well, I already kicked your ass once, so... There's no need for that pain expression. Remember, I am but an illusion. Nothing worth shedding tears over. Oh, buddy. We can free you, just to be freed at justice. I would feel terrible if I had to transilitibus again. I know not what is in your mind, but I must stress once again that I cannot defy the urge to stand against you. Athena's hold over me is unyielding. Still, I would ask you listen carefully to the advice I offer you now. Athena has prepared a new vessel to replace Erchthonius so that she may become a god. By gathering the souls readily available in the Sea of Ether, she tempers her own essence. Yet the souls are faint, diffuse. She doubts whether they are sufficient for her goals, so she has turned her gaze to you. Despite your thin ether, you managed to lay Hephaestus low, and Athena would know the secret of your strength. Oh boy. To that end, she has prepared an experiment for her observation. Fight for your life against Athena's creation, and in doing so, give her the knowledge she desires. Oh boy, here we go. What in the sodding hell? What? Is this some kind of twisted, organic version of Alexander? That is... okay. Ha! And of course there's a great big dark orb around us now. Oh boy. What's happening? Yeah, I thought I'm in the dark as much as you here, Nimji. Athena has made her move. We must find a way to reach her, or all is lost. We can do little but hope for their success. Oh boy. Right. Oh boy. Oh, it's got spider legs! Fun! Why is that building floating there? Pandaemonium. Once a mass of lifeless stone, now imbued with a soul. Athena has grown much since her death at Labyrinthos' hand. Although souls she creates are imperfect, they act with absolute obedience. I know you shall cut your way through this monster, as you have so many others. Then you shall come before me. Do not hesitate to do what you must, for that is the only way to stop Athena. Right. So we got something. So Pandaemonium, given flesh, given the way it's built, looks very reminiscent of Alexander, especially with that little bird wing popping out of the back end there. Anabaseios, the 10th circle. It is like a twisted eldritch, like Elden Ring version of Alexander. The spider legs are like, oh god. Okay. Tenth circle, please. Okay, let's take a look at the area around us, because, oh lordy, that. Okay. A lot of spikes. Postulating floating globules of buildings in the middle and near distance. Ground looks like it's covered with some kind of green glowing stuff, so it's probably terrain damage in the form of poison. Probably gonna get those thrown at us. I'm expecting some kind of laser beam eye thing. The pustule on that back there looks like it'll probably spawn something or other. I'm expecting clump AoEs from the legs, potentially. It looks like there's a pustule. Oh, it looks like there's a small cage on the bottom there as well, towards the back, along the pustule. So probably some more spawns from that. Chains, so probably going to be seeing some kind of binding thing going on. That one wing makes me think there might be knockbacks, potentially. Trying to guess what we're going to get from this boss based on its design. Based on the fact it's, you know, Pandaemonium in itself made manifest. So I'm expecting Alexander-type shenanigans. There's lights on the... some kind of... Obviously you're going to be able to fall off the arena by the looks of things. It doesn't look like a perfectly square or circular arena, so... the fact that it looks like that shape there makes me think... the death wall is going to be interesting for that alone. Assuming there is a death wall, it's not just going to be a case of like you fall off the edge. I will say, however, minus the bulby thing, actually, plus the bulby thing, that looks like something straight out of 40k. I will say that right here now. That is a straight up 40k monster. That's a demon engine from 40k right there. That should do for that. Right, so... just got a 13-minute wait time for this fight. God. That does not that does not fill me with much confidence here. Could be waiting a while. "13-minute wait time, God. I know it's the day after and all that, but at the same time... the fact that the last one was like under 5-minute wait time for the average wait time. This one's average wait time is 13 minutes wait time. This makes me think this fight's going to be as much of a pain. This is a wall. This is a wall boss. I love the music. The music is lovely. Oh, there we go. 2 tanks, two healers. Now we just need to wait on 3 more DPS. Okay. Shouldn't take too much longer. What my class is at the minute, anyway. Yeah, I don't think my summoner's gear is anywhere near the level for this fight here. Let me actually check. Actually, yeah, no, 607. That's not enough for this guy. You need to be 615. So this should be interesting. There we go. Anabaseios, the 10th circle. Let's see what this Spider Alexander has in store for us.
I am Pandaemonium.
Ooh.
From countless failures have I wrought miracles. Into soulless vessels I breathe life.
Demonic dungeon, Pandaemonium. I knew it was a demon engine. And of course, the succubus dressed aura is warrior.
You will go no further. Like a spider, I spin my web.
Oh, that's not good. Whoa, what the...
This prison offers no escape.
Why did I die there? I know I had the debuff there, but I couldn't move. Was it because I hit that post?
I mustn't disappoint. Lady,
I'll just go this one.
stay where you are. When I come to change. A tangled morsel, awaiting death.
Where do I go with this?
All paths lead back to me. you are. A tangled morsel awaiting death. All hearts lead back to me.
Okay.
These bars are
Oh, that doesn't look good. Oh boy. When in doubt, follow the crowd. Oh shitballs, there's nothing.
I am Pandaemonium. These sounds are mine.
Sugar.
Stay where you are. Bear yourselves to me.
That doesn't sound good. Harrowing hell. Oh, that's that kind of thing there. Okay, that's interesting.
Shall be unending.
Oh, bugger hells! That's a thing.
For Athena. For Mother.
Oh, that does not look good. Okay, I can see why this thing has a 13-minute wait time. This is definitely a wall boss. Oh boy.
You will go no further. Like a spider, I spin my web. This prison offers no escape.
Oh joy, Ultima.
I mustn't disappoint Lady Athena.
Okay.
Stay where you are. With like unto chains.
Keep out of that. Keep out of that.
A tangled morsel awaiting death.
So the idea is to not have any connections between any of them, so that we don't get tangled up in the webs. That tracks.
All hearts lead back to me.
Fucker.
Stay where you are. A tangled morsel awaiting death. All paths lead back to me. These bars are unbreakable. I am Pandaemonium, and these cells are mine! Stay where you are. Bear yourselves to me. Show me under.
Oh, that's a hell of a knockback.
Oh, mother.
I get out of that. There we go.
I'll give you special cells. Your soul screams. Wait, like unto chains. These bars are unbreakable. Stay where you are.
Whew. That was a good fight. Okay, I've got one of those already, so need on that. To be fair, I'm just going to need on everything. Oh, what did I just get? Yeah, I've got 2 heads. Excellent. Plus, we already got a helmet then from this week. Oh, boy. So that's the 10th circle boss. Good lord. Athena's cheap knockoff version of Alexander. I was kidding! in the Zelda? That was a beautiful display, as always. I stand enchanted by your grace in battle. Good lord. Jaffa, is that... Ooh. Pandaemonium's final gate has been cast wide. I shall await your arrival beyond. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Apologies for not coming sooner. This space is enveloped by some foul energy, and we couldn't risk venturing through it before taking due precautions. Were my eyes mistaken? Was that Themis? Yes and no. In much the same way as it's a yes and no. Tell us what you know. We must consider our next course of action carefully. Oh boy. That must have been Themis, but how? Right, so... Yes and no on the Themis thing, because in the same way as yes and no, you are Ericthonius and Lahabrea. Except she's tampered with him. I ought to have anticipated this. If she bore witness to past events within Pandaemonium, Athena would have found Elidibus impossible to overlook. Few possess such a talent for magics, to say naught of the emissary's discerning judgment. And so she found his soul upon the tides of the ethereal sea, and used his memories to craft a puppet that would serve her whims. But what is that? Is what Themis said true? She imbued Pandaemonium itself with a soul. To breathe life into that which should never live. Athena's research is fast approaching its culmination. Fortunately, with the information shared with us by your friends, we've made some strides towards figuring out how to stop her. A crystal called the Heart of Sabik may be the key. Okay, I kind of blew that up. I think. The researchers related a quick but thorough history of events leading to the present, the sundering of the star, the emergence of the Ascians, and the calamities that they brought to bear upon the realm. Tales that under other circumstances we would have considered childish fantasy, if not for a name that rang true to Lahabrea's memories. Right, you're going to explain things to us here. The Heart of Sabik. To you, the secret of the ultimate weapon's might, not least the spell known as Ultima, and a source of an enduring mystery. Oh, we're finally getting an answer to what the hell the Heart of Sabik is. We are told that a general from the Garlean Empire was gifted this aura sight by an Ascian, that the Ultima weapon might be perfected. Oh, we're leaving out the part it was you. The identity of the shadowy benefactor, however, remains a curious unknown. Right, they didn't tell you. It was you. You seem to be a veritable trove of uncommon knowledge, if there is aught you are withholding. Right, do we get the option to tell? Do we get the option to tell? Very well. At present, the Heart of Sabik itself is of greater moment. It is a creation of Athena's, made during her time with the words of Lahabrea. Of course Athena made it! Of course! This predates even Pandaemonium's construction. She brought before us a crystal she claimed to have chanced upon, saying contained immense power. She chanced upon it, did she? Right. She dubbed it Auracite, studying it with a fervour unusual even for her. The eventual fruit of her efforts was a Stygian crystal unlike aught we had ever seen, the Heart of Sabik. What is her? Did Athena encounter Ultima, the High Seraph, perchance? As far as we know, that thing's the source of Auracite. An unexpectedly specific question. I gather that the Heart of Sabik is not the only Auracite in this era. Regardless, I know naught of this High Seraph. Athena was never forthcoming as to how she found the crystal, though we came to suspect it was not of our star. Much later, we discovered that Auracite magnifies the desires of those who come into contact with it. This would do much to explain Athena's actions following her recovery of the crystal. Alas, this realization came too late. By the time I moved to seal the Auracite and its insidious influence away, Athena's plot had already been laid. So what became of the Heart of Sabik? I took it from Athena's laboratory after I ended her life. The density of the ether within was unlike anything I had observed. I knew its capacity for destruction, but further analysis proved impossible. I elected to safeguard it myself. It is possible that Athena herself obscured the crystal's contents. Even were her memories stored within, I would have remained in ignorance. If she included some mechanism by which to give these memories form, as she did with our own... oh joy, she would be reborn. Ironic that I should have protected those very memories in the name of safeguarding the star. Fate is loath to see mistakes go unpunished. Oh boy. And with that, we'll call it there for now, and I'll see you guys in a bit. I need to get something to eat. JaffaArchfiend.